So today I'm going to talk about a research article that I came across recently titled Factors Related to Negative Transfer in Training in Safety Critical Professions and Interview Studies. So this research article looked at or interviewed 10 experts across industries or professional industries of aviation, military aviation, maritime and healthcare. So the researchers in this study looked to investigate and identify the factors that were associated with negative transfer of training. So what do we do in training that reduces the actual transfer to operational performance? So the researchers themselves broke it down into a number of subcategories. So the subcategories that they looked at were factors considering trainee characteristics, looked at training design, and then work environment and task characteristics. So I'm going to break these down a little bit and just go through some of the findings that the researchers kind of spoke about in the discussion of this article itself. So the researchers themselves actually put together a couple of slides or infographics outlining some of the recommendations from this research publication. So the first one that they looked at was don't pressure trainees into showing only desired behaviour, do instill in growth mindset, help them try out and learn new skills. So this just sort of talks about encouraging your students or recruits to explore the training environment. So make it a safe space where they can explore the environment. The second one they looked at was don't let trainees perform simplified versions of important tasks. In some cases, no practice at all is better than incorrect practice. So this one looked at one of the common practices where we'll take a complex task, we reduce it to the sum of its parts, train them in isolation of sort of some of the other factors, and then hope that we can actually put it back together and that works under pressure, where what they found is from the experts that sometimes that no practice at all is better than this traditional style of practice. Okay, and the third one they looked at was don't focus only on performance outcomes, monitor the process for unrealistic aspects of the simulation and debrief differences between the simulation and the reality. So this one kind of addressed the limitations within our training or understanding the limitations within the training environment, and then making sure that we can have our recruits or students understand those limitations and kind of work out how they overcome them when it comes to operational performance. Because we need to understand that no matter how well we do our simulations or our virtual reality at the moment, it's still not quite the same as operational performance, and there is a gap there. And we need students to understand how they're actually going to bridge that gap when it comes time to perform in real life. And then there was another recommendation that I came across from a discussion or a brief discussion with one of the researchers, which spoke about use balance in training of routines or repetition and training of higher order competencies through varied and unpredictable training scenarios. So this one spoke around this sort of practice of developing routine expertise through high levels of repetition and balancing that out with adaptive expertise through a number or range of variable practices, different scenarios and different sort of training situations so that they can develop the ability to understand complexity or how to function or look for information in complex environments and how to adapt their skill to suit the needs of that situation.